You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I thought I'd invented him and just given him a name because I was very young when I thought of that name. But my cousin, when I was nearly 70, my cousin had told me she'd actually met him. And oh, yeah, that's his name. Why hadn't I been told before? You know, there we
So
go.
perhaps when you were younger, you heard the name floating about in conversation, and that might have been maybe why. But that's amazing that you had a name and you imagined him as you were growing up.
I just thought everything about him was just made up, you know.
Okay, so welcome back to the Moment of Truth with DNAngels. Today we're revealing the results of Hilary's search for her biological father. I'm Caroline Murphy and I volunteer with DNAngels. I live in the Highlands of Scotland. Hilary, can you share a bit of your background story and how that led you to DNAngels?
Well, I've always wanted to know who my father was, but life gets in the way sometimes, doesn't it? And I had an amazing mother, but the only time I ever asked her about him, she got very, very distressed. And I couldn't put her through that again. So I never asked her again. I didn't think that other people would know because I just assumed maybe it was a one-night stand or somebody she met, whatever. So I just left it. Then she was very ill and I had to look after her. Then my husband was very ill and I just kept putting things off and off and off. And then after my husband died, I thought, right, she's gone. I can do it now because it's not going to hurt her.
Yeah.
So I started I went onto Amazon, I had my DNA done, and I just got so overwhelmed by all that. And really, I started looking on Google for people that might be able to help. And I came across DNAngels fairly recently. So I watched a few of the videos on YouTube, and I thought maybe before I go, because I'm going to be 78 this year, so I thought,
bless you.
I've got to do it soon if I'm going to do it at all. And my boys encouraged me. They said, come on, Ben, just do it now. You need to know why suddenly you're half Irish for a start, because I'd never known I had any Irish in me. Of course, it's all from my father.
Yeah, it's your father's mother that was Irish, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's really, I thought, right, give it a go. Took a deep breath. I did the inquiry 2 or 3 times before I actually sent it. I'm so glad now that I did because
I am too. I'm glad you got that push to just go for it. And I'm glad that I'm really thankful that I've been able to provide you with the answers you've been searching for.
Yeah, it's really nice to have confirmation because all the time when you're investigating yourself and you don't really know what you're doing, you sort of think, oh, could it be or could it be? But you haven't quite got that proof.
And the fact that you had this name and this face and from childhood, which actually was correct. That's amazing.
I can't believe that all those years I thought he was just in my imagination.
Yeah, he's real.
He's
very
real.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. So before we go any further, Hilary, what's your favourite season?
I love spring. Spring. So I'm happy at the moment.
So we're just entering spring, aren't we?
Yeah.
So everybody that's watching, can you leave an emoji that's connected to spring in the chat to show your support for Hilary as she uncovers her genetic truth. Are you ready for the big reveal, Hilary?
I am, I think.
Okay. So your biological father's parents had 4 sons, and I can eliminate 3 of them due to them being under 12 at the time of your conception, which leaves us with Thomas, who was 21 years of age at the time of your conception. So even the first name you had right, Thomas.
Yeah. Do you know, I've looked at that person on Ancestry. I discounted it because he was considerably younger than my mother, and I didn't think I didn't think that was the right, I think he was.
So your DNA has got DNA matches to both of Thomas's parents. So that tells us that it's got to be a child below them, and we're looking for a man. 3 of them were under 12, which leaves us with Thomas.
Oh, wow.
So
brilliant. Oh, that's so good to know. I have got
Oh.
a cousin on the Utley line who's been trying to help me, but we didn't get anywhere. And she's been amazing, so she'll be pleased when I tell her it's resolved at last.
Sadly, Thomas passed away, which I'm not sure if you're aware of. But he did marry 3 years after your birth year, and he had a son, which would be your half-brother, Terence. Unfortunately, Terence also has passed away, and I've been unable to confirm if he was married or had children. Would you like me to share a photograph of Thomas, sourced from a public website, in our chat so that you can see him? Okay, so let me bring up the photo that I found. Have you ever seen a picture of Thomas in your searching?
When I was looking on searching, and then I discounted, I thought, no, that can't be right. And there's so many Thomas Utleys, but I sort of discounted that one, but I shouldn't have done, obviously.
You know, the chat that we've been talking on before now. And I'm going to find the picture. I will send it to you. Okay, I actually have two. So I'll send the first one where he looks a little bit younger than the second one. So that's the first picture that I sourced. Don't know if that's the one that you've already seen.
Where is that going to come out?
Let me know if it doesn't come through. Do you know the chat room that we were talking in, texting in your screening room that then I entered when you first came? It should be in there.
Oh, right. So I have to.
So I've sent two photos. Yeah, I'm afraid so. Is that awkward for you?
Oops.
Take all the time you need. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah, I'll need to go back out across. I'll come straight back.
That's okay.
Oh, wow.
So one looks like he's a little bit younger.
Yeah. Wow.
How does it feel to...
I have seen that photo. It must have been on Ancestry. I can't think where else I'd have seen it.
It possibly could have been.
Yeah. And my sister looked at it. She said, it could be him, it could be him. But I'd already decided it wasn't. So
I think the picture of him being older, I can see a little bit of resemblance in you. I don't know if you can. It's difficult, I know, to see.
Yeah. I look so much like my mother that
really?
As I get older, I get more like her. Yeah.
So you also have a cousin called Christine, and she's the other person that I have found a picture of, as well as a Facebook profile. So the Facebook profile I've added to your tree, and I can explain how you find that. Would you like to see a picture of Christine?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so she will be your first cousin. I'm just going to take the picture up just now. And I think this may be with her daughter. In the UK, we've got such tight privacy laws.
Yes, yeah. Wow.
So she'd be your first cousin.
My first cousin. So who would she be?
Yeah.
Wow.
So on your tree, I know. So on your tree, I know, seeing someone, seeing biologically connected on your paternal side for the first time ever. That's just amazing that I can provide that for you.
Yeah.
So I've added Christine. Oh, bless. Carry on.
Yeah, I've been very emotional over this last week or so. I think because it was getting closer, and I thought I had already decided that if it couldn't be resolved, I was going to try and just put it aside.
That was it. Yeah.
This is amazing, absolutely amazing.
I'm so glad that you trusted me to be part of your journey and that I could give you your answers. Yeah. And we'll continue in our, the chat that we've had on Facebook. In there, we'll continue to chat, and I'll show you how I got to my conclusion, provide you some information in there because of privacy. I think that's the best way to proceed with things. So we'll continue chatting in your room, but I just want to thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey to discover your biological truth.
I'm just so grateful. I mean, I think you people are amazing. Yeah. When I've told people how I was trying to move it forward, they've all said, gosh, I didn't realise there was people like that. And I said, I think they're all volunteers. They're absolutely amazing.
We are. So I've been with them about a year now, and it makes... things like this make my heart full.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. The fact that you can help people with something as
Absolutely.
important. Yeah.
Everybody deserves to know where they've come from and their biological truth. And I am so thankful for you today, Hilary, for sharing that with us.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so are you okay to continue in our chat, or would you like to do that tomorrow? Yeah?
I can, yeah, I'm fine, yeah. I feel
Okay.
lighter now than I did when I started.
Yes, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you everybody for watching.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll go to the chat room.